Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for standing by and good evening. Thank you for joining Sohu's first quarter 2025 earnings conference call. At this time, all participants are in a listen-only mode. After management's prepared remarks, there will be a Q&A session. Today's conference call is being recorded. If you have any objections, you may disconnect at this time. I would now like to turn the conference over to your host for today's conference call, Huang, Investor Relations Director of Sohu. Please go ahead.
Thanks, Operator. Thank you for joining us to discuss Sohu's fourth quarter 2025 results. On the call are Chairman and Chief Executive Officer Dr. Charles Zhang, CFO Joanna, and Vice President of Finance James Deng. Also with us are Changyou CEO Dewen Chen and CFO Huang. Before management begins their prepared remarks, I would like to remind you of the company's safe harbor statement in connection with today's conference call. Except for the historical information contained herein, the matters discussed on the call may contain forward-looking statements. These statements are based on the current plans, estimates, and projections, and therefore, you should not place undue reliance on them. Forward-looking statements involve inherent risks and uncertainties. We caution you that a number of important factors could cause actual results to differ materially from those contained in any forward-looking statements. For more information about the potential risks and uncertainties, please refer to the company's filings with the Securities and Exchange Commission, including the most recent annual report on Form 20-F. With that, I will now turn the call over to Dr. Charles Zhang. Charles, please proceed.
Thanks, Huang, and thank you everyone for joining our call. In the first quarter of 2025, both our marketing services revenues, this is formerly known as the brand advertising revenue, and non-GAAP bottom line performance reached the high end of our previous guidance, while our online game revenues were well above our expectations. For the Sohu Media platform, in addition to devoting efforts in product refinements and technology improvements, we continue to concentrate on strengthening the distinctive social network features of our platform. Through various unique events, we were able to engage with more users while promoting vigorous social interactions and distributions on our platform, and generating massive premium content at the same time. Leveraging our competitive advantage as a mainstream media platform and our unique IPs, we proactively explored greater monetization opportunities. Online games business also achieved a satisfactory performance thanks to the high-quality content updates and continued improvements to our games. Before going into each business unit in more detail, let me first give you a quick overview of our financial performance. For the first quarter of 2025, total revenues $136 million, down 3% year-over-year and up 1% quarter-over-quarter. Marketing services revenues were $14 million, down 15% year-over-year and 27% quarter-over-quarter. Online game revenues $117 million, flat year-over-year and up 7% quarter-over-quarter. GAAP net income attributable to Sohu.com Limited was $182 million, compared with a net loss of $25 million in the first quarter of 2024 and a net loss of $21 million in the fourth quarter of 2024. In this quarter, the company reversed a tax expense that had been previously recognized as an uncertain tax position and its related accrued interest expense at approximately $199 million. Excluding this, non-GAAP net loss attributable to Sohu.com Limited was $16 million, compared with a net loss of $22 million in the first quarter of 2024 and a net loss of $15 million in the fourth quarter of 2024. Now, I will go through our key businesses in more detail. First, Sohu Media platform. We continuously optimized our products and with cutting-edge technologies while further strengthening the social network features. By strategically integrating resources across our platforms and leveraging the synergies created by our unique offline events, we successfully attracted a wide range of broadcasters who are also our users from diverse fields and greatly increased their engagement. These help to generate more high-quality content, further promote online social interaction and distribution, and ultimately build a vibrant and dynamic social community on our platform. In April, we successfully hosted the 2025 Spring Convention of the Sohu Video Influencers 博主大会, 春季博主大会 in Beijing, where we gathered hundreds of pop stars, KOLs, and broadcasters and users in diverse verticals such as K-pop and Chinese costumes, Hanfu, among others. This event offered a chance not only for enthusiastic participants with similar interests to connect and share in person, but also for them to get to know and interact with those in different fields, and thus further boosted the vitality of our platform. This quarter, we also hosted our traditional flagship event, the 17th Sohu News Marathon, Sohu News Marathon in Weihai City. As an influential cross-border marathon in China, this season's event continued to be presented through immersive live broadcasting, attracting both online and offline participation. This event not only generated a large amount of content from our real-time updates posted by runners during the marathon and other derivative content after the race, they also promoted continuous social disseminations of related content and supported by the active social atmosphere on our platform. And we also continue to attract users and audiences as well as advertisers with a distinctive my physics class, Charles Physics class IP. In April, I was invited to give a physics lecture at Beijing Planetarium, Beijing Tianguan, reflecting a wide recognition of the physics class brand, and Sohu's leading position in popularization of physics sciences. Popularization of physics sciences. At the same time, we continue to explore the monetization potential of this IP and its derivatives, such as everything has physical principles, 万物皆有理, in various scenarios. For example, we combined the physics class with famous exhibitions, such as the 2025 China AWE, the Appliance and Electronics World Expo in Shanghai, and also 2025 Shanghai International Automobile Industry Exhibition, Shanghai Chezhan. In these exhibitions, we provided audiences with live explanations of the physics principles involved and integrated in the exhibited products, and which effectively build up connections between advertisers and audiences. Through these efforts, we were able to provide advertisers with customized marketing solutions and further demonstrated our unique monetization value. Besides the content generated from the above events, we also proactively expanded our content library. During the quarter, we released several original dramas and American TV series while introducing a large number of short dramas, among which Mystic Tales, 不思议志怪, and other American TV episodes like Mandalorian were well received by our audiences. Next, turning our online game business. During the quarter, our online game business performed well, with revenues exceeding our prior guidance. In our PC game business, we roll out various holiday events around Chinese New Year and Valentine's Day, as well as promotional events for regular TLBB PC. In addition to holiday events, we upgraded a character development system for TLBB Vintage to give players a whole new game experience. For Legacy TLBB Mobile, we launched an expansion pack to celebrate the Chinese New Year, featuring a variety of festival-themed gameplay and rich benefits for players. Thanks to these efforts, both player engagement and the revenue for this game remained stable on a sequential basis. Next quarter, we will continue to launch expansion packs and content updates for the TLBB series and other titles to further keep players engaged. As market competition intensifies and user demand for quality and innovation continues to rise, we'll forge ahead with our top game strategy, staying true to our user-centric philosophy. We'll continue to optimize our R&D process and enhance execution to improve efficiency and the product success rate. With these efforts, we look to bring more high-quality games to the market. Specifically, in terms of product development, we are actively exploring opportunities to unlock the potential of our TLBB IP. Meanwhile, as we maintain our core competitiveness in MMORPGs, we will diversify our portfolio with multiple types of games, including card-based RPGs, sports games, and casual games, and expand our portfolio for global markets. Now, let me give the update on the ongoing share repurchase program. As of May 15 this year, 2025, Sohu had repurchased 5.5 million ADS for an aggregate cost of approximately $67 million. With that, I'll now turn to our CFO, Joanna. Joanna, please.
Thank you, Charles. I will now walk you through the key financials of our major segments for the first quarter of 2025. All numbers on a non-GAAP basis. You may find a reconciliation from non-GAAP to GAAP measures on our website. For Sohu Media Platform, quarterly revenues were $17 million, compared with $20 million in the same quarter last year. Quarterly operating loss was $70 million, compared with an operating loss of $74 million in the same quarter last year. For Changyou, quarterly revenues $180 million, compared with $190 million in the same quarter last year. Quarterly operating profit $55 million, flat with the same quarter last year. For the second quarter of 2025, we expect marketing services revenues to be between $16 million and $17 million. This implies an annual decrease of 14% to 19%, and a sequential increase of 17% to 24%. Online game revenues to be between $96 million and $106 million. This implies an annual decrease of 28% to 35%, and a sequential decrease of 10% to 18%. Both non-GAAP and GAAP net loss attributable to Sohu.com Limited to be between $20 million and $30 million. This forecast reflects Sohu's management's current and preliminary view, which is subject to substantial uncertainty. This concludes our prepared remarks. Operator, we would now like to open the call to questions.
Thank you, management. As a reminder, to ask a question, please press *11 and wait for a name to be announced. To cancel your request, please press *11 again. First question comes from Thomas Chong of Jefferies. Please go ahead.
Hi, good evening. Thanks, management, for taking my question. My first question is about our marketing services. Can management comment about the recent trend in advertising sentiment, and how is it across the different categories such as FMCG, IT, auto, food, and electronics? And how should we think about the second half advertising outlook? Should we expect a recovery trend in advertising momentum in the second half? And my second question is about AI. Can management comment about how AI benefit our advertising and online games operations? Are we seeing our eCPM or traffic benefits from better recommendation? And also for gaming, we are seeing efficiencies or productivity increase in our gaming business? Thank you.
Okay. The first question is about the marketing services, which is formerly called advertising. And in this quarter, the sectors-wise, auto is doing better, and yeah, to 26%. So auto is doing better, and IT services stay stable, and FMCG is stable, but luxury goods and alcohol is not that the spending is dropping a little bit. So that's the overall situation, and yeah. So we have auto advertising or marketing services 26%, and IT services 17%, and FMCG 16%. For the second half, I think probably similar, right? The economy is still not doing well, and so we will only look forward toward our the social network platform to have a accelerated growth, so that we have a much larger platform, so that we can get a larger market share of the advertising market. Your second question is about the AI impact, right? So first of all, AI and DeepSeek development. So first of all, since our media platform now take the social network as our center strategy, and the social network is really people-to-people interaction. It has relatively less exposure to AI and large model or DeepSeek, large language model and DeepSeek. Unlike those information retrieval services like search engines or the recommendations. Yeah, we do have recommendations on our Sohu News app and the Sohu Video, but now those video and the news app, the strategy is centered around the social network, so it has less exposure or less impact by this. So of course we can take advantage of the AI development or the advent of the AI to improve some efficiency, but it's kind of like generation of content or some abstracts of the articles, and also for the live streaming and the video tools to do live streaming, and the subtitles or the digital image, or all those kind of things. We help our users to with better tools. That's kind of beneficial, but it's marginal. It's not that big. So what I'm saying is that the AI development pose as kind of a threat or kind of impact to certain companies that mainly depend on information retrieval retrieval. But for us now, with the social network strategy, we have less exposure to this kind of threat. Yeah, on online game, I think AI impact is beneficial, right? It's better, right? It's helped.
AI 对游戏是否有什么帮助？对我们的效率提升有没有帮助？
对，在畅游 AI 已经大范围的应用在美术制作、UI 制作，还有配音、拟人配音、音乐音效的制作，还有广告素材的制作。
In Changyou, we have largely applied AI technology in terms of art design, art production, UI design, the audio effect design, and the material for marketing.
它很大的提高了我们的效率。
It has greatly improved our efficiency.
目前我们正在开展让 AI 通过自学习来达到它自主创作，在方案设计层面的一些工作，也取得了一些进展。
We've also achieved some progress in terms of the planning in terms through the ways to make AI to learn by themselves.
谢谢。
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the questions.
Okay.
One moment for the next question. The next question comes from Patricia of Citigroup. Please go ahead.
Hello. Thank you. Good evening, Charles and management. Thanks for taking my questions. I have 2-3 questions. First is that I wanted to follow up on the AI. Just wondering which AI model Sohu is currently integrating or incorporate into your gaming. Are you using DeepSeek or other comparable AI large language model? And then I understand you mentioned about social network on your media, which is less impacted. But if you were to incorporate that into your search and recommended functions within your Sohu portal, which AI models or tools that you will be using? I assume you're not going to develop your own large language model. So this is the first question. Thank you.
Yeah, both in our Sohu Video app and the Sohu News app, both now are social network-centered application. But it also has these recommendation channels and also search box. Both of them are integrating some DeepSeek and also some open. We actually developed, based on some open source language model. We develop ourselves based on some open source language model.
还有游戏方面，我们有没有接入大模型 DeepSeek 或者是其他的？
我们接入了很多那个 AI 的大模型，因为游戏刚才讲到，它有美术、有配音、配乐，视频制作，所以我们用了大量的那个 AI 的，就不同的 AI 的工具吧。
For online gaming business, we've employed different kinds of AI tools, a lot of different AI large language models to be used in the production of different aspects. For example, for the art design, for the audio, for music, for video production.
我们还自己开发了一个 AI agent， 就是能够让我们方便的输入需求，然后用这个 AI agent 自动的把几个不同的 AI 工具，他们的工作衔接上，然后产生出我们要的那个最终的那个结果。
We also developed our own AI agent that can very conveniently, based on our own needs and demand, to integrate different AI tools to automatically finish the job.
Okay, thank you. My second question is I actually not quite understand the tax reversal. So can you elaborate again? What is which business is that is related to that tax reversal that you have to gain this quarter?
Tax reversal.
The tax gain that you actually have.
Tax. Okay. Tax. Next tax. Okay. Tax. I think it's accounting issue. So let Joanna to expand.
This is mainly accounting treatment. The nature is on certain tax matters, which is calculated by the weighted average basis according to different possibilities. Now the uncertainty is gone, so in this quarter we totally reversed the expense.
I see. Is that related to the Sohu media business or is the gaming business?
Sohu。
So the Sohu company.
对，Sohu，
The Sohu company.
Oh, okay, I see.
It's accounting. It's accounting. It's accounting issue. So it's not just
okay.
the uncertainty now become a certainty. So there's no there's no actually cash flow or real money flowing. So it's just accounting. Mm-hmm.
I see. Okay. And then last question. I know, I mean, maybe now we have less risk, but obviously this whole ADR delisting risk is on and off, right? As the headwinds or the noises. Just in the event if that risk go up again, the management or are we thinking about any of the alternative, like for example, coming back to Hong Kong for the secondary listing? Appreciate any comment on that.
Well, it's still up in the air. Basically, it's not. It's we'll just when anything happens, we'll have a. Now we don't have any because it's not happening, right? It's just a kind of speculation. So.
I see. But if there's really coming, then you obviously have an alternative plan that you actually are already thinking about it.
Not thinking about it. So when it happens, we'll start thinking about it.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you.
Because we are. It's always we always have time, right? We are not a company that has to be listed, right? We can have a period of time that is not listed, right? So we always have time to think about those things, right?
Okay. All right. Okay. Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Charles. Thank you for the answer.
Thank you for the questions. Once again, to ask questions, please press star 11. There are currently no further questions at this time. That concludes today's conference call. Thank you all for participating. You may now disconnect your line.